What's going on, guys? This is Joe Young coming at you an update video on the waterfall tank. Today I'm going to be doing maintenance again on the tank. I want to show you guys the tank as is, how it is, and then what I normally do for maintenance. Alright, so before I disturb anything on the top because it's going to get super cloudy, here is the bottom with the shrimp. The shrimp actually has multiplied dramatically in this tank. A lot of the shrimps are Bloody Mary shrimps, the red ones. I have a couple of the blue ones that are like the blue diamond species, and there's a couple like tigers in here as well. So they're doing really well in the tank. So right now, a lot of the moss, I started with a very small batch of like, I think these are the mini Crispus moss, and it basically took over like the whole back of the tank, which is really sweet. The little shrimps do love it. This little guy here, let me correct that. They like to hang along here. As you can see, there's a bunch of shrimps here. There's a bunch of little ones here. If I just kind of hover these guys for you guys, there's a million of them. There is a lot in this tank. And actually, this tank is probably getting to be too small for them in terms of how much shrimp I have in here. So I might have to sell off a couple of these little miscellaneous shrimps. So I think it's their feeding time anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and feed them some food. This is what I was already feeding them before, was just some sea chem flakes here, and actually sea chem gave me another one of these dudes here, so I am set for a while here. This is like my current one, which is not even halfway done, so I got some time to use all that. Alright, so let's get to the Wabi Kusa eco balls. Actually, a lot of the plants are growing outside of the little quarantine box thingy here, so I'm gonna actually trim some of these off. And a lot of the other plants are doing good. This one here isn't looking too hot. Obviously the HC is starting to grow, but it's not growing as nicely as the top one here. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to change this up, because I already have an HC Wabi Kusa up here. I'm going to get rid of this HC here and replace it with the plants that you kind of saw in the beginning of the video that I pulled out. These are really nice looking plants, and hopefully it takes over this ball really nicely. Alright, so let's get right into the maintenance. I normally would pull this guy off here and start trimming. So it's been a while since I trimmed the eco ball. I went ahead and trimmed a little bit of this, and I forgot to record it, but the same thing as I did last time. I'm just trimming these guys down, giving a chance for the new growth to come in. So these are the RA minis. I noticed a couple of viewers mentioned how they look different, and actually, you know, RA mini is supposed to look like this. A lot of them are growing kind of like this, curled up a little bit, so I think it's just because of the light, and also it's kind of like fully not getting a lot of water, so it curls up. It tends to curl up here. This guy here with HC is like fully covered. This thing is so dense, it's crazy. The UGs on this is starting to grow, as you can see here on the right. I'm sorry, this is blocking on the right here. This little green patch here. On the front here is not really growing really well, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out some of the dead moss here and let the UG, as you can see, the UG in the bottom here is starting to kind of take over. So I'm going to just kind of dump the bad stuff, the dried up part. And this guy here is doing really well. Actually in the back it's doing really well, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this guy here and let the back kind of sit back there in the front. Looks a little bit more nicer to display. So what I'm going to do also is I'm going to trim this guy here and replant him. He's too long, so go ahead and replant that guy in a little bit. Just like so. Nothing too special. This one I'm gonna have to cut, and I'm gonna put it back somewhere else, because I'm gonna actually strip that completely out anyways. This guy here, I don't know why it's all the way over here. Oh, look at this. Grew a piece of flower. Look at that. Look how nice it is. Very nice. I'll go ahead and pull that guy here. Put them in the bin. This guy. Cut that guy. I'm gonna cut it shorter because it doesn't need to be that long. Plant. Got back there. Look at this. My pentaphylla. I had one stem left, and it's actually growing really well on the side here for this guy. So I might keep that guy there and pull the HC out and replace it with the new plants here in a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, this time around I think I'm going to keep it on here and pull it, and we'll see what happens. Might make a little bit of mess, but that's okay. I'm going to trim some of these guys for you guys, so if you guys want some of these, they're really nice. I'll stick it in between here or something. Keep it interesting. Keep it interesting, keep it lively. This guy here I'm going to rotate, as you can see here. Look at that, look at that. Nice. Alright, these guys here, I'm going to have to pull completely out. This is a nice block of just HC I'm pulling out here. As you can see, all the holes from the stems that we were plugging. Plug and play. Look at that root. Look at that root in that bad boy from stem plants. Very nice. Pull the HC out here. Pull this guy out. There's some moss. Moss up here. Alright, so we have a little bit of HC. Let me pull the rest of the HC out. Alright, so there's a lot of already good holes, nooks and crannies in here for this guy here to take off on. So I'm going to literally just place it down here like this. This plant has already been grown immersed from the other tank, so it won't have any issues in transitioning. I'm just wrapping this dude like so and hoping that the roots and whatnot from this will grab on and literally just take over this plant. So as look, I literally just compressed that guy together like nothing special. Like I literally just grabbed it and just boop. So it should take off in a couple weeks once it establishes itself. I want to put some over here a little bit as well. And we'll see what happens, you know. That's going to turn out probably pretty nice. Alright, so I'm now going to just quickly mist down the plants because obviously this is still new on here. Mist some of these old guys that I just trimmed the crap out of. And we're good to go. Alright, and that's the basic maintenance for this Wabi Kusa tank. It literally is super easy to keep. If you guys have not seen this before, you know, make sure you guys check out my website, pureLyaquatic.com. If you guys are interested in trying some of these eco balls that are really unique, different, a bunch of different folks have already gotten some, tried it, and they absolutely love it. So give it a chance, give it a try, and we'll see how this does next time. The next update, hopefully this will like literally take over and go into the water as well. That's what I'm hoping to see. Alright guys, and that's the update for the tank. Hope you guys enjoy it, and until next time guys, peace! Are you looking to take on the next challenge in the Planet Tank hobby? Then make sure to check out the Wabi Kusa Eco Ball. It's simple, unique, and easy to care for. This is the next level in the Planet Tank hobby, blending immersed and submerged plants together. Stop by the store at purelyaquatic.com to buy your own Eco Ball and rare plants.